Call daddy, tell him 25 got it. Call daddy, tell him 25 got it. Call daddy, tell him 25
What's good, everybody? Happy Thursday. I hope everybody is having a good day today, y'all. My day is going. It's going. But we here. Sorry, I'm late. I had to something was wrong with StreamYard, and then I had to go find my instant, what is it called? The instant, what is it? My instant coffin. I got 3 of them and I couldn't find one of them. And so, but we here, y'all. We are here to talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills season 14, episode 16. And the name of the episode is called Sutton on Trial at Sea. Okay? I know I got it. Let me change it real quick because I think I got it. Season 16. It's season 14. My mind is all over the place today. But the episode was good. I thought the episode was good. It was a great episode for me. And this is the reason why I like these girls. Hold on. Something's going on with my StreamYard. What is going on? Can y'all hear me? Wait a minute. Let me see. Give me 1 second. Let me see something. Here we go. Can y'all hear me? Okay. So, yeah, we are here to talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, season 14, episode 16. And the name of the episode is called Sutton on Trial at Sea. And I thought it was a good episode. It was a lot of moving parts. You know, I watched the episode twice. I kind of took notes. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. But for the most part, I thought it was a good episode. I don't know. Again, y'all, I really love the Beverly Hills girls to me. I don't know what it is. I just like the whole dynamics of the group. But some of the girls got their BS with them, and we're gonna talk about it. But I've been telling y'all about that sudden Shrek ever since she stepped on the scene. Ever since she stepped on the scene, I've been telling y'all about that sudden Shrek. Okay, but I'm gonna try to review the episode, and then when I get done, if we got some time left, you know, I don't remember. I don't really believe in going over an hour and 15 minutes. But if we got some time left, I'm gonna drop the link, whatever, and then we gonna have to because my thing is we be coming up here and everybody be trying to give I don't review the show and y'all come up here and y'all try to give a review. I'm gonna ask questions. I'm gonna add a couple of people at a time, and I'm gonna ask questions about the episode, and then we could do it like that. We're gonna have to change the way we do it because we can't be doing no 3 hours every time we talk about it. Okay, but before we get started, let's see who in here, and we're gonna talk. Let me see. Oh, I got a super chat. Thank you for the super chat, Mika Creations. I appreciate it. She Fancy, what's good? Linda Marshall, D Informed. True and Blue, what's good? Candy, what's good? Douglas Donation, S Level, what's good? EHC Bunny, Mr. Cal, Lexi Lane, what's good? Rob J in the city. Oh, yes, can we talk? We gotta talk. We gotta talk. Dina, what's good? I just remembered it's Thursday. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Oh my God, Dina, we don't got no traders. This is the second week we ain't got no traders. But you know that Raising Canaan come on Eastern time, midnight, but wherever else you're at, if it's Eastern time, midnight, you can watch it on Stars. But I'm 1 episode behind. The last episode ended up watching me. I ended up falling asleep. I need to put my phone down. And then I'm 2 episodes. Well, today I'm 3 episodes behind on Beyond the Gates. Like the episode was on, but it was watching me playing my phone. You know what I'm saying? Nakira, what's good? JW, what's good? Let's see. Hold on. Let me see. What we at? Tanisi, what's good? Rizzy Rose, what's good? Aries Divas, Miss Lovely T, what's good? Belta Sorrentino, if you knew better, then you know better. What's good? Trust Love, what's good? Necka Hood, what's good? This episode was good. Sutton is petty, and I don't like it. And Garcelle should have been seen through Sutton when her mama Well, y'all know, now, Nicka, I don't believe nothing is going on with Miss Reba. I just think that that's an old woman from the South. I seen that RHOBH in the city that Tommy is gonna be on Power. But do we think that Morris Chestnut Tommy is gonna be on Reasonable Doubt, but do we think that is Morris Chestnut still gonna be on Reasonable Doubt? Because he got a new show on CBS. I didn't watch it, I'm not gonna watch it, but I see the commercial every time I go into Paramount Plus. It be standing right there like, here go another show, watch this. And I'm like, no. Thank you for the super chat, Amy J. She said, hey boo, I know we don't see it for some, but baby girl got Paris together this episode. Did she? You must have saw a different episode. She's still my girl too. Dina, I be torn with the girls. Y'all know I be torn, but we got to call our girls out. Okay? So y'all, we are here again to review the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, season 14, episode 16, and the name of the episode is called Sutton on Trial at Sea. Okay? So as y'all know, last episode, Bose is hosting this season's international trip, and the trip is in Saint Lucia, and it's the first night of the trip. Okay, so the women are getting ready because they're going to be having dinner that night. The women are getting ready. Oh, and I forgot to tell y'all, we're going to talk about it, and I'm going to run through it, but I'm not going to break down everything. Okay, because I'm sure y'all seen the episode.
I'm not going to goddamn break everything down for nobody.
I'm not going to break it down. Okay. But they're getting ready for dinner, and they're gonna have an all white party. Apparently, it's an all white party because all the girls are dressing in white. Now, y'all, what are the odds that Real Housewives of Atlanta had a white party for Shamil's birthday last week, and that ended up being this week as well? And now we way over here at Beverly Hills, and they got an all white party over here. Do y'all think it's a coincidence?
Is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence? I ask you. Is it a coincidence?
Is it a coincidence? I like how the Bravo universe, is it a coincidence, or do y'all think that Bravo is doing stuff like this? Because, for instance, I remember Quad got her Rolls Royce, and then somebody else got a Rolls Royce, and Kathy was riding around in the Rolls Royce. No, what happened was Quad was running around giving invitations or something in a Rolls Royce or something like that, and Kathy was doing the same thing. I just think it's funny how the Bravo universe aligned, and we get the girls doing the same things on the same show the same week. I just think that's funny. Okay. Now, Jennifer Tilly is in the same villa as Garcelle and Sutton. Okay. So Jennifer Tilly got her little white outfit or whatever, and she shows Sutton what she wearing. And Sutton say, girl, I'm going to be wearing vodka tonight. I said, oh, wow. She say she wearing vodka. And so Melissa, which is Sutton's stylist, she said that her favorite color is white. And Sutton said that her favorite color is red, ruby red. Ruby red as in ruby red grapefruit juice. Ruby red as in ruby red grapefruit juice. I'm like, Sutton. And this is what I be talking about with Sutton. Girl, you have to teach people how to treat you. Vodka is red. Oh no, the vodka is not red as lover. The ruby red cranberry juice that she always have in her bag, her mixer that she mixed with her vodka is ruby red, and that's her favorite. And that's what I'm saying, Sutton. You have to teach people how to treat you. And there's rumors and whispers about you having a drinking problem. Your daddy used to be running around, you say self-medicating with alcohol. We seen Miss Reba. Miss Reba can barely walk. You know what I'm saying? But every time we seen Miss Reba at 8 o'clock in the morning, she pouring juice, she pouring the liquor in her cup. You know what I'm saying? If it was me, I just wouldn't be joking about being an alcoholic at all. Knowing what you're going through, and as sensitive as you is, you will never catch me on camera joking about having alcohol, because if somebody says something to you, and when the people come to you and tell you, girl,
you act like an alcoholic bitch,
you're gonna get the crying. You're gonna get the crying, and you're gonna be, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna be sad and get the crying. But I really do believe that Sutton got a drinking problem. I do. I do, and that's my girl, but I do believe she got a drinking problem. Okay. Bose is getting dressed. She say her intention for the girls' trip is for it to be peaceful and fun. Okay. All of the ladies meet in Bose's villa, and all of the girls look great. Kyle and Garcelle, they both had on the same dress. It looked different on both of them because Kyle is kind of shorter and slimmer. Garcelle is much huskier and taller, and so the outfit looked different on the both of them, but they both look good. All of the girls had on all white. Nobody really looked bad, but if I had to pick my top three, the girls over here give fashion. In Atlanta, it was back rolls, and Cynthia had underarm rolls, and Shamil had back rolls. It was a mess. But over here, the girls look nice. But if I had to pick my top three in no particular order, it would be Dorit, Erika, and Jennifer Tilly. I thought that those three looked the best to me. Okay, so they arrived at the restaurant. There are no assigned seats. So you knew that Sutton was going to sit next to Kyle. So Sutton sitting next to Kyle. Husky to Shay. What you mean, Husky? What? Ruby Red is hiding fructose syrup in it. What's good? What's good? Garcelle has a statuesque physique. Statuesque? Child. Erika had old lady back rolls too. On what? Husky took me out. I love the clips. Thank you, that's lover. You know how Queen Dorit give it up. Queen, baby, look, like Dorit look good. Dorit can look good, but see, that's the thing with Dorit. You don't gotta have no wallet to put it on. The thing about the girls like Dorit, even if I ain't got the wallet to put it on, I'm still about to look good. Not you leaving Bose out the pic. No, so when I do my thumbnails and they on me, I'm not leaving the girls out of the thumbnail. I only put the people in my thumbnail who the episode was about, who showed up in the episode. And Bose didn't really do nothing this episode, but showed us that she ain't no girl's girl. Okay? And we just gonna have to keep it real, okay? So they arrive at the restaurant. Sutton go and sit next to Kyle, okay? And so they ordering food, and Kyle tells them, baby, hold the cards, because we supposed to be taking thirst traps later. Okay? The girls are gonna be taking thirst traps, okay? So Bose shares with the group that she has an outside shower in her suite, and she invited Dorit and Erika to use it if they wanted to. And Dorit told us that, she didn't really walk around naked, and she never even walked around naked in front of her husband. Okay? Now, I sleep naked, but I normally don't walk around naked, if that makes sense. Like I'm not in the kitchen, cooking eggs naked. You get what I'm saying? Like if I'm asleep in my room, I'm running to the restroom or something like that, and I'm naked, I'll sleep and walk around my room and stuff naked. But just walking around the house naked, I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't have a problem being naked. I'm not fast like some of y'all. So I've never been had, but I would think that I wouldn't have a problem walking around naked if I was to, have a spouse, or if I had like a one night stand like y'all be having. I don't think I'll have a problem like walking around naked because I got it going on. So I don't think I would, but I don't think that I would just be like around the house just because I'm, you know what I'm saying? Even if I had a spouse, I don't think that I'll be like downstairs, and, cooking and stuff with bucket naked. Not me, okay? Bose said that she couldn't imagine being in a relationship and holding anything back, that she liked to be naked physically and emotionally. And when she said naked emotionally, I almost had an anxiety attack because it just seems like a lot. Not just her. I just think that the idea of somebody unloading on you emotionally all the time, every day, you know what I'm saying? To me, it just seemed like a lot. I couldn't imagine being naked emotionally. I just don't think that I can trust a person, not even my therapist. I don't think that I could trust a person to tell them my every thought, my every emotion. That sounds like a lot to me. I don't know. And Bose look like she can really lay it on you, don't she? I don't know. Maybe it was just me reading her book. But what's good, Mills? I let the world know that I'm the last virgin, and here comes a boy trying to be innocent too. I can't have nothing, baby. I've been telling the, please, baby, I've been telling the world that I was a virgin, and the virgin, and the universe know I'm a virgin. I can't say the same about you. Miss Mona say talking about we fast one night stand. But listen, I don't know what I'm just telling what y'all be saying to me. What y'all be saying to me? I just don't get down like y'all. I just don't get down like y'all. Okay. Um, Jennifer Tilly, the real actress of the group, Jennifer Tilly said that she did a show on Broadway and that she had a full frontal nude scene. Now I don't know if I could have did that. Could y'all have done that on Broadway? You seen Jesse Williams had a full frontal nude over there on Broadway. I was trying to make the show. I was trying to make the show to go see that thing in person. But I would have went. I don't know if I would have get a full. I mean, the thing is, I probably would do it because I don't have a problem with being naked. It just would have to make sense. You know what I'm saying? It just would have to make sense. But Tilly said that she used to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning to put on her makeup so her man could wake up in the morning and say, "Oh, you just wake up beautiful." Girl, that sounds like a lot of work. What was he doing? How was he waking up? I want to understand the mindset of I want him to think I'm perfect. What is he doing? It was a comedy documentary on Hulu called Hysterical. I think it is still on Hulu. It's called Hysterical, and it talk about women in comedy. And a female comedian had made a joke about how no matter how beautiful a woman is, she can look in the mirror and find a flaw about herself. But the ugliest man in the world can look in the mirror and just yawn and say, "Yeah, I'm a catch." And that is so true. The fact that this woman was waking up 5 o'clock in the morning and doing stuff like that. Now, I had seen stories about it was a woman who, what is the woman name who she was on Bombshell? I believe her name was Megan Kelly. Megan Kelly had a woman on her show. She was a white woman, and her mother, she didn't know, but her mother was biracial. And her mother used to go to bed at night with makeup on, and she wondered why her mama would go to bed with makeup on. And the woman said, "You never know if you have to go in the hospital in the middle of the night. You want to be presentable." And come to find out, she had ended up finding out that her mama was mulatto, and her mama had sworn her not to tell nobody that she was biracial until she passed away. I seen it over there. Put one in the chat if you've seen her over there on Megan Kelly. Megan Kelly, yes, she had ended up finding out that her mama was she was passing. And the crazy part is, which I don't understand about the women that was passing back in the day, is that how you go in the women who was passing, they go and go get the most racist men in the world. You know what I'm saying? They went and the woman who was passing ended up finding like a white man who was racist. I'm gonna be scared for my life. Okay, okay, so y'all seen it, so y'all know I ain't lying. Thank you, Miss Mona. Thank you, Top Shelf. Thank you, Amy. Yeah, I've seen it. Okay, so now we got something to read. Now, at this point in watching Housewives, we know when these women get on group dinners and they go to the trip, that when they get out at the group table, at the dinner table, they gonna try to resolve issues. So even though Dorit and Sutton have been arguing all season, that's what we here to do, to talk about what's been going on through the group. So Dorit tells Sutton, you have been mean spirited towards me. Sutton say, we have all failed each other, and y'all not gonna beat me with a stick. Now, I don't feel like that we should be able to use metaphors in this group no more. I don't think that we should be able to use metaphors in the group anymore, because if we can't use them with Garcelle, they don't need to be used in the group anymore.
I don't give a fuck what y'all saying. I don't give a fuck what y'all saying at all.
If I'm arguing with somebody and Garcelle jump in and I can't tell Garcelle that she's attacking me, and because she's not really attacking me, she's not physically putting her hand on me, then unless we at the table beating Sutton with a goddamn stick, and it ain't even no sticks at the table, Sutton cannot be at the table saying y'all not about to beat me with no stick. And that's just how I feel. We have lost the right in this group to use metaphors, and I'm standing on it. I'm standing on it. No. And Sutton sounds so ridiculous because Kathy don't even know what's going. Kathy has her. Listen, Kathy gives me. She be high. I don't know what she be on, but she don't give me like she be there. So Kathy to tell her we're just having a conversation. We're just having a discussion. Girl, ain't nobody beating you with no stick. We're trying to have a discussion, okay? Sutton says, Dorit says Dorit brings up the sisterhood speech that Sutton made, and she said, "You said that even if we disagree, we should still be able to have a conversation and talk it out. But any chance I tried to talk it out to you, you wanted to go lower and have an issue, and that is 100% facts." Okay, that sisterhood speech that Sutton gave at the beginning of the season has been whooping her ass all season, child. Girl, that sisterhood speech been whooping her ass all season, and it seems like the girls, everybody on the show, it seems like every girl on the show, even Garcelle, think that sisterhood speech that Sutton gave was bullshit. Okay, and Sutton finally apologized to Dorit. Okay, she said, "I said something that I didn't feel like was myself." She said, "I sincerely apologize to you. It was a bad thing to say. It was hurtful, and I wanted to be hurtful, and I'm sorry." Okay? Dorit said, "I appreciate the apology." She didn't say, "I accept the apology." She said, "I appreciate the apology." And I feel like that she was trying to express that she would be able to accept the apology fully. And they was like, "Well, she apologized to you." And she was like, "Yeah, I know." And I said, "I appreciate that." But then Garcelle and Bose tried to browbeat her almost into accepting the apology. Yes, she's apologized, and I can acknowledge that she apologized to me. But I think that what Dorit was trying to say was, I would be able to accept your apology if you had just came to me and told me that, what you said was wrong and you was trying to hurt me and you didn't mean it. However, I had to come to you and then you apologize. It's no different from how Garcelle felt last year when Jax had to go find Erika Jane and Erika Jane apologized to Jax. Garcelle didn't think it was good enough because she felt like that Erika Jane should have went and found him and apologized to him. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know why we're trying to browbeat Dorit into accepting this apology. I don't understand why we're trying to browbeat her into accepting the apology. Okay? And they was like, "Well, girl, she's trying to apologize to you, girl. Do you want to, are you going to accept it or not?"
I won't, and I don't.
I won't, and I don't. I won't. I won't, and I don't. I don't accept the apology. I don't accept the apology. Okay? Dorit, then Bose asked Dorit, "Is there anything that she can apologize for?" Dorit apologizes about the joke and the comment she made about the drink. She said, "I didn't mean to hurt you. I was just joking." She said, "If you had not called me a bitch, I would have immediately apologized." And Sutton agreed, "Yeah, I could have handled it better." And so there's forward movement in the group. Dorit looks poor. She does. She looks. Does she look? She don't look poor. She looked poor. She looked poor on Watch What Happens Live last week. She didn't look poor in the scene. She looked like that. Dorit is still one of the best looking girls in the group. You know what I'm saying? Whether she got the money or not. When you that girl, you just that girl. It don't matter what your bank account say. When you got it, you got it. Where's the Section 8 in LA? Because that's where Dorit's going to be living next year. Maybe, but it probably next door to Garcelle. Maybe, I don't know. Okay, so then we got, they acknowledge the forward movement. So then Kyle acknowledged it's a forward movement that has been made between her and Bose because in the conversation that her and Bose had when Bose came over to her house. And so Bose says from that moment that she had the conversation with Kyle, that whatever she had to do to help Kyle, she will. And God answered her prayers. Because she said that next week, a few days later, that she went to the Soho house and she saw Mauricio there.
All hooked up with some giraffe. Now tell me who she was.
So she went to the Soho house a couple of days after she came from her house and she saw Mauricio all at the Soho house hugged up with some tramp. Okay? And so she said that she texted Kyle in the moment and she gave her a full report. Kyle said that she gave her a 3.5-minute voice note. Okay? They ended up playing the voice note. She was saying that the girl ain't cute. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what you want me to do because I'm trying to figure out ways to push them in the water. right? And she said that's being a girl's girl. That right there is being a girl's girl. No, it's not, baby. That's not being no girl's girl. Thank you for the super chat, Jean. She said, y'all hear that Garcelle is the only woman on there self-made. No money handed down. Put a 7 in the chat. Thank you for the, wait a minute, Jean. Wait a minute, Jean. Slow your roll. Slow your roll. Garcelle is not the only girl on the show that's self-made. Bose is self-made too. Bose is self-made too. But both of the, I think it's crazy. It really tells a lot about society that the only 2 Black girls on the show though are self-made though. I do think that that is, you know, something that needs to be acknowledged. That the only 2 Black girls on the show are self-made girls. But no, Bose was not being a girl's girl. That was not being a girl's girl to me. If I went to the bar and saw my friend man now, well, it really would depend on the relationship with my friend and the spouse, right? But most I would have did is take a picture. I don't think you saying that the girl ain't cute would make her feel any different because at the end of the day, the girl is still there with her nigga. You get what I'm saying? It don't matter if she cute or not. The girl, what you know, if she ain't cute, that's even worse to me. You know what I'm saying? You don't when it got some busted ass bitch. You get what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't think that that was being a girl's girl. But even more, this is what made it not a girl's girl. It was phony. It was fake. It was fraudulent. What made it not a girl's girl is that I definitely wouldn't have bought the information to a table full of people. Now, if my friend who I gave the information to and took the picture of would have brought it to the group, I would have been like, okay, yeah, but I would have never. If you was a true girl's girl, you would have let Kyle share that information, and you can tell that Kyle did not like that both shared that information. But you know, y'all gonna think that. Listen, the thing is, y'all gonna think that you know Bose was in the right, and Bose probably could do no wrong because she Black. But I'm just telling you, for me, you know what I'm saying. If she was a true girl's girl, I would have. True girls wouldn't have brought it to the group. You give her the information, and she share the information how she chooses to. But that was for Kyle to bring up to the group because Kyle didn't want that information out there. I can look at Kyle and tell that she didn't want them girls to know that information. And it was so funny because girl, you trying to prove to Kyle that she was a girl's girl. You're trying to prove that you was a girl's girl to Kyle to throw a slug at Kyle and show her what a girl's girl is. A girl is. A girl is. And then Bose played the voice note in her confessional like she just wanted a paper trail. Right. Where is Bose in the thumbnail? What you mean? What you mean? Bose didn't do nothing in the episode to be in the thumbnail. Thank you. It's usually only 3 people. Y'all, let me go and edit this thumbnail, child, because y'all gonna try to say I left the dark skinned girl out. Only reason, so on my thumbnails, I put usually only 3 people who the episode was about. But in this episode, I think this episode was about these 5 girls that really had nothing to do with Bose, honestly and truthfully. I wasn't trying to be funny. Because I left Jennifer Tilly out and somebody else has left out too. Kathy not in here. It's a lot of people that's not in the thumbnail. Thank you for the super chat, Mims. He say Kyle and Morgan had a flannel wedding at Home Depot. Wow. Wow. Thank you for the super chat, Mims. But who is the man in the relationship? Okay. So next we got Garcelle. Okay. Garcelle said, you know, we all want to have your back and fight for you, but it's just confusing because it feels like that we tiptoe around Morgan. And Kyle rolled her eyes. They showed it. Kyle rolled her eyes. Thank you for the super chat, Chanel, because she said Bose was bossy with it. Live with it. She's policing the situation. She was bossy with it. Send me a picture. Send me the picture. Show me the. That's what would have been a thing for me. Send me the picture, girl. Look, you know what I'm saying. Send them the picture. But another thing too, though, every friend can't handle knowing that their man was out with somebody else because you got some friends. You also got to know your friend because you got some friends that'll stop talking to you because you done came to them and showed them the nigga and they ain't ready to leave yet. Thank you for the super chat, Chanelica. Okay. Kyle rolled her eyes. Okay. Garcelle said, we don't know what that situation is, if you're being supported in that way. And if you are, we can back off. And I do think that was valid. You know what I'm saying? Even though how I feel about, I just think that it was valid. You know what I'm saying? And I honestly didn't think about it that way until Garcelle said it. But I do think that Garcelle is full of shit. But, I got to give her grace. You know what I'm saying? We don't know if you're being supported that way because, girl, if you over here messing with Morgan, it's kind of hard for us to feel sorry for you, girls, because we saw you with Morgan all last year. We saw you parade Morgan around all last year. Y'all was getting tattoos. Y'all was going to funerals together. You know what I'm saying? And if you over here not single, then we can come and bring you care packages and stuff and have pizza parties and stuff with you. But if you over here with somebody and he with somebody, what's the big deal? I could understand that, Garcelle. Okay? Erika got in the confessional and said, we don't know who Garcelle is fucking. Now, we know that she had a roster in the 90s. When she's saying roster, she meaning that she was being ran through. Okay? She said she had a roster in the 90s, but maybe she peaked. Baby, maybe she peaked. I say, girl. Now, Erika, you kind of nibbled a little bit on Garcelle. But the difference between Garcelle is that we have not seen Garcelle in the media with any man. The only time that we ever seen Garcelle over here on the show with a man was with Chocolate Mike. And we know Chocolate Mike was married because Chocolate Mike was over there on Black Love. And he had a young wife, and the young wife was trying to keep her marriage, and she was putting crystals and stuff in the bed so they could, be brought back to each other. And next thing I know, we seen Chocolate Mike over here on the show with Garcelle. Okay, we ain't seen Garcelle dating or nothing like that. We haven't seen Garcelle dating or looking for a man or anything like that in the media. That's just the truth. We haven't. So we gotta be fair. But you did kind of eat her up right there. Okay. Kyle says that, there is no situation there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all talking about a photo at a concert. I had made an appearance that was in the books for 6 months prior, and I had to show up.
Bitch, you're lying.
Girl, Kyle, listen. If you had to make an appearance and it was in the book for 6 months before that, it would have been a better picture of you. That means if you had to make an appearance, that there would have been something with you on stage. It was nothing of you on stage. It was something with you on the side of the stage. Okay? So you lying. You wasn't making no appearance. What was you gonna do? You went to a concert and they said, we have Kyle from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills here. You was gonna do that little sad spit that you do at every party? Girl, no. Thank you for the super chat, Miss Mona. She say Bose is about to see the real Dorit. Dorit did not like her sticking up for Sutton. She kept looking at Erika when they were sitting down later. Watch. Thank you for the super chat, Miss Mona. Oh, baby, we gotta talk about it because I feel like Dorit was trying to look at Bose to see if she could take her. I feel like Dorit was looking at Bose to see if she could take her because Dorit has been giving it to the girls all season. And I think that she was a little thrown off guard because, Bose is a real, that's a big old 6 foot girl from Ghana or Gambia or something. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if she think that she could take, she was looking to see if she could take her or not. Thank you for the super chat, Chanelica Betancourt. She said Garcelle married for love, not for survival. Catch fire. Thank you for the super chat, Chanelica Betancourt. Do you think that she married for love? We know that she married for, she stated she married for love. What did he marry for? Because the last 5 years, he seemed not to be there. Okay. Kyle said, it was nothing there. You know what I'm saying? One day I may have a great story to tell you. Maybe I won't. And Sutton looked at Kyle, baby, and said, I hope you do. I really hope you. Sutton, it's hard for me to see Sutton. And Sutton, this is why you could never be the queen of the show to me. I can't believe, listen, I'm almost sick to my stomach. Do you hear me? I can't believe that Sutton is over here sucking up the cow like that. And Sutton ain't even the queen bee. Sucking up to anybody, but sucking up the cow, I couldn't believe it. I really hope that you do. I really hope that you do. Okay? And Garcelle is pissed. Garcelle say, I needed Sutton tonight. But she's so blinded by cows, like now she got me looking like the bad guy. And it's not okay.
Loser!
Now, in my opinion, I'm just being honest. I don't think that Sutton left Garcelle looking like the bad guy. You know what I'm saying? It's not like Sutton, it's not like that Garcelle was being double teamed at the table and Sutton didn't jump in. Garcelle wanted to ask a question. Kyle answered it. She did not read Garcelle down. It ain't like she told, it's not like that Erika said, it ain't like that Kyle said what Erika said about, girl, where's your roster? Who you messing with? And she read her down like that. You know what I'm saying? All she said, it was nothing there. What I think it is I think that Garcelle is jealous. Garcelle is jealous and she's intimidated by Sutton's relationship with Kyle. She's intimidated. She was being condescending. Who was? None of the girls, none of them have body like Bo's though. They don't. They don't. They don't. Okay, so now the girls go to their separate villas. Okay, I guess Kathy and Kyle. Well, Kathy went home, and Kathy started doing her night routine. Baby, Kathy looked like she had to really work on that face. But that face to look, it used to look 18. For that face to look 26. You know what I'm saying? She really was in there. Somebody had called Kathy, and she said, "Can I call you back? I'm taking off my clothes." And Kathy was in there. She was really massaging that face when she was moisturizing that night. Kathy was really putting some work on that face. Okay. Now at Dorit, Erika, and Bo's villa, we saw Erika. Erika pulled out her weave, and Bo seemed shocked. She said it was the second time that she seen a white woman pull out her track. I was talking to a friend the other day, and he was telling me that if Bose or Garcelle had pulled out their track or they weave or it had slipped out their head, that they would have been dragged for filth. And I told him, yeah, but they would have been dragged by Black people. You know, I don't really see a lot of, I don't really think a lot of white women would have been like, oh, look at that ghetto bitch pulling out her weave. You know what I'm saying? I would have seen Black people because we feel like that we have to perform a certain type of way in front of white people or in front of cameras or in front of company. You know what I'm saying? So I think that if Garcelle or Bose would have pulled out their weave or something would have slipped, I think that Black people would have dragged them, but not necessarily white people, because we do feel like we have to perform in front of company. You know what I'm saying? We do. Just like Garcelle, when she raised up that paddle, she embarrassed me and my homegirls. You know what I'm saying? When she raised up that paddle and did not pay. It wasn't the fact that she didn't pay. It was you better watch what you say. I paid. No. Okay? Dorit says that she understands the intentions on this trip, but she said that we have talked about Sutton being hypocritical with the sisterhood. And Bo says that she feels like that Sutton apologized for being Dorit railroading her. Dorit says that she feels like that Sutton apologized just to save face. And she said that she had appreciated her apology. But for her to accept the apology, she would have to see a change in Sutton's actions. Okay? I feel like Bose just want to have a good trip. Okay? Bose doesn't strike me as a person who's just going to accept the bullshit apology. She just don't. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's wrong for her to try to force Dorit to accept this apology. I do. Okay? Next in the other house, we got Sutton, Garcelle, and Jennifer Tilly. Okay? Sutton says, I'm not apologizing again. The thing with Sutton for me is that I feel like that she's trying to move like Garcelle moves, but Garcelle moves in this group as a Black woman, right? And when I say that Garcelle moves in this group as a Black woman, Garcelle gonna thank you one time. She's not gonna thank you, 5 and 6 times. If she apologized to you about something, I ain't never really seen her apologize. But she apologized about something, she gonna apologize one time. She's not gonna do it over and over and over again. And Sutton is trying to move like Garcelle moved, girl, but you ain't Garcelle. It's two totally different worlds out there for you and her. Okay. Sutton says, I do notice that Kyle stood up for me. And they showed the clip, And Kyle was saying that the alcohol comment, that Dorit should understand that the alcohol comment last year is more sensitive to Sutton because of what happened last year. I didn't really see her sticking up for you, Sutton. And I'm just being honest. What I've seen her doing is trying to get the, because it wasn't just, you right, Tanisi. Garcelle apologized to Erika on her knees. Yes, she did. I do got to give her that. She did get on her knees and apologize to Erika. She goddamn was begging her. I think that Kyle was trying to eliminate herself from the equation of what happened last year. Because Kyle, even when they play it, you know, Kyle was the ringleader of alcohol gate with Sutton. And I think that, and the thing is, Sutton, a person being honest about what they seeing and making sense of what happened, that's not somebody sticking up for you. That she's not sticking up for you. She's just trying to help Dorit understand. Well, you know, I want you to, you know, I'm trying to help you understand where she's coming from. That's not really her sticking up for you. She's just being honest and telling the truth. Okay? Garcelle got irritated. Garcelle said, okay, so, you know, when Kyle says, is there anything, you know, to tell you, I will tell you. Do we leave it alone? Well, do you got any more information, Garcelle?
Do you really know? Do you really know?
No, you know.
Thank you.
Do you really know what's going on? Do you really know what's going on? I mean, what do you? Yeah, we've seen it, but Garcelle, like she got more information. Okay, and Sutton says, you know, well, I think it's a bit unfair to say we want to know everything right now, so tell us. And Garcelle said, girl, Sutton, you was doing that last year, and Bravo wrote the beautiful bean footage, and it was time after time after time after time. Sutton was doing that last year. Garcelle is not lying. Sutton was doing that last year, okay? Garcelle said, when it comes to Kyle, you got your blindfolds on. And Sutton said, you know, I don't have blindfolds on. I listen to her as a friend.
What more do you want from me?
She said, I listen to her as a friend. And what more do you want from me? You know what I'm saying? Didn't nobody want to drive way over yonder for your son baby shower? I came and let you use my house with your son and his friends and stuff. You know what I'm saying? The oldest one, Oliver, with they had the drug addiction. I let you have his baby and shower and stuff all in my house, girl. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I write thank you letters and put your name on them, making it seem like I'm giving gifts from me and you. You know what I'm saying? I do a lot for you, girl. What more do you want from me? What more do you want from me? And so Garcelle say, you know, I don't want anything from you. I'm going to bed. And that's how Garcelle operates. Garcelle is very passive aggressive. She's not going to really let you know. She's not going to really let you know that that something is bothering her. You know what I'm saying? She's just going to be passive aggressive and she's going to try to leave. And she said, I just think that, you know, because she really didn't want to go. She said, I don't want nothing from you. I'm going to bed. So she got up and she was trying to be mad and she almost tripped and she walked away and she really wanted to try to get the last word. And she said, you know, when it comes to her, you're being super protective. She hasn't always been the most amazing friend to you, and the loyalty, you know, is blind. You got this blind loyalty to her, and it's just beyond, you know. And she got into the confessional and she said, you know, I talked to Sutton about Morgan and Kyle numerous times. You know, now she has a different stance. You know what I'm saying? She said, I had Sutton back so many different times, unless tonight she left me out to dry. And I see you.
Oh, fuck you. You don't own me.
Girl, you don't own nobody, Garcelle. You don't own nobody, Garcelle. Now, this is the thing. I do think it's unfair because from what we see, and I can only go by what we see, it appears that Garcelle and Sutton have had conversations about Morgan and Kyle, but they've only had conversations about Morgan and Kyle because Garcelle is bringing it up. You know what I'm saying? If Kyle says it's nothing unless we got more information, what do you want Sutton to do? You get what I'm saying? We asking the girl, you keep on asking the girl, you asked her at the pizza party, you asked her on the first episode of the season. This is the third time you asked the girl, and she said it was nothing there. Now, if you got pictures of her and the girl making out, if you got the pictures of them going into the hotel room, let us know. But if you keep asking the girl and you don't got no concrete evidence, what are we supposed to do? And so Garcelle got up and she went and to go. She just went to go. She went to her room. Thank you for the super chat, Jean. She said Garcelle's name has been said 786 times. Wow, maybe listen, if she had $1 every time I said her name, maybe she'll be a millionaire. Who knows? Okay. I do think that Garcelle seems to be intimidated by the relationship between. Thank you for the super chat, Jean. I do think that Garcelle seems to be intimidated by the relationship between Kyle and Sutton. That's why she keep on saying to bring up their relationship and what Kyle has done to her in the past is nasty work, because they are allowed to move on and have a fresh start. The only reason why you bringing it up because you don't want them to, and that's just the truth. Okay, and what I really wish is, I wish Garcelle and Sutton could be comfortable within their friendship, because I feel like on these shows, this is what we see happen. Now we see Sutton, she's just not happy being in a friendship with Garcelle. Now she has to be in a friendship with Kyle. I want to be a friend with the OG now, and at any cost. And she's about to lose one wing, because now it seems like that Garcelle is telling her, girl, you got to choose. It's going to either be me or her, right? And this is what we've seen happen with Monique and Candace. Monique just couldn't handle being friends with Candace. When she had the opportunity to be a friend with Giselle, she kind of threw Candace under the bus. She kind of threw Candace under the bus to be friends with Giselle, and then we see how that ended. So Sutton, I think that you do need to. I just feel like if I had a friend who ain't never did nothing to me, I wouldn't give a damn if it was Jeff Bezos. I'm not about to abandon my friend. Thank you for the super chat, Mrs. D Green. She says she's not lying. Remember when Kyle clowned Sutton when she was renting her house, when Diana gave Sutton the blues? Kyle does not respect Sutton. No, because she don't feel like Sutton is that girl. She feel like Sutton paid to be in the group. She paper. Ain't that what y'all say in the fraternities and sororities? Kyle is paper. Sutton is paper. Thank you for the super chat, Top Chef. He said, did Garcelle see her when she used her house? Ooh. I don't even think that Sutton was at the house when all of them people came over there to her house. Thank you for the super chat, Gene. He said, what? Garcelle is worth over $10 million. Is she really? Is she really? The Google facts is not always true, because Beyonce is a billionaire in her own right, and Google don't tell you that. Okay. So the next morning, Sutton noticed she messed up, because when Garcelle went to bed that night, Jennifer Tilly went to bed, and she was like, I just want to sit here by myself. And she knows she messed up. So she wants to go try to wake Garcelle up. And this is how she was moving when she went to go try to wake Garcelle up.
I may have been a bad girl.
I may have been a bad girl. Let me go wake up Garcelle. Ain't that what y'all got? Put a 3 in the chat if that's what you got from Sutton. I know that y'all like Sutton. I like Sutton too, but we got to be real. Sutton knew that she messed up the night before. She knew that Garcelle was upset. And when she went to go wake her up, she said, I'm going to go wake up Garcelle. And she was like,
I may have been a bad girl.
I may have been a bad girl. I may have been a bad girl. I wanted Garcelle to say, bitch, why you in my room? Get out of my room, bitch. Go wake up Kyle, bitch.
I may have been a bad girl.
Baby, Dorit ate that up, baby. I may have been a bad girl. Okay. They go outside and have a talk. Garcelle said that she was frustrated, that when she brought it up at the table, Sutton went into full protection mode of Kyle. Now, Garcelle, I'm gonna give you some grace, but we didn't see that. And we know that they show more. We know that we see, y'all could have been at the table for 4 hours. We only saw 4 minutes. But we didn't see Sutton go into full protection mode of her. Now, if it was something else that happened at the table and we didn't see, I would be totally on your side, but I'm kind of side-eyeing you a little bit. She said that she wanted backup from Sutton. Then Garcelle said, this year we wanted to have a deeper relationship. I want to have a deeper relationship with Kyle. She sees her with Morgan everywhere, and it seems like they're not allowed to say anything about it. How do you have a friendship like that? Well, you definitely don't continue to bring it up on camera if she asks you not to. You definitely don't bring it up on camera if she asks you not to, or if she keep on telling you there's nothing going on and you keep on badgering the girl about it. I think that what Kyle got going on is that she probably has an issue being a member of the LGBTQ, and then she over here with this girl. The girl is younger than her second daughter. You know what I'm saying? It's a little crazy. It's a little crazy. I don't know why we keep on badgering the girl about it though. Okay. Sutton tells her, yeah, I think that when someone is adamant about not wanting to talk about something, you just got to move on. And Garcelle agrees. And Sutton says that this is not the first time she heard about Mauricio out with the girl that he's dating. And she won't call her no girl. He's dating somebody, you single, it's time for you to move on. I don't, in my head, y'all, for me personally, I just do not believe. I believe that Kyle and Mauricio got an agreement that, you know what I'm saying, before they get back together, they gave themselves a little time frame to go out there and play around a little bit, and he gonna always come back home. That's what I believe. I just do not believe. I'm not buying it that they broken up. I'm not buying that they broken up like that. Okay, so the girls get dressed. They going to have going for a catamaran ride. They going on the boat. Okay, and so the girls are taking thirst trap pictures. Jennifer Tilly took a thirst trap picture. Garcelle took a thirst trap picture, and the girls are trying to get Sutton to do a thirst trap pic, and Sutton was trying to give Sexy, and they were trying to give Sutton a little photo shoot, and she was trying to give Sexy, baby. It was an epic fail, baby. Sutton was looking in the camera, and she was, baby, it was baby, when Sutton was in the camera trying to give Sexy, I was like,
Oh my God.
baby, Sutton ain't nothing but a stick in the mud. Sutton ain't nothing but a stick in the mud. Oh, Christian. Okay, so the girls get ready for the boat. Okay, Garcelle, Bowes, Jennifer Tilly, and Dorit ate the girls up. Garcelle looked good, no particular order. Garcelle looked good, Bowes looked good, Jennifer Tilly looked good, and Dorit looked good. They all look good to me. Okay, Erika and Sutton looked a mess. Erika, Jane, and Sutton looked a mess. Thank you for the super chat, Q. He said Garcelle and Bowes and Jennifer Tilly looked good. The clear girls looked a mess. Dorit is too skinny. Her bikini was falling off. She needed to go get on food stamps to go to the church pantry and get some food. Thank you for the super chat, Q, the constant guy. I appreciate it. Okay. Erika and Sutton looked a mess. And then we ended up finding out that Sutton and Erika was walking, and Erika asked Sutton how much did she weigh, 100 pounds? And she was like, no, I weigh like 110, 111 pounds. I was like, oh my God. And Erika said that she weighs like 128 to 130 pounds. That is gone. These girls are gone. That is small. Sutton is in her 50s and she weighed 110 to 111 pounds. Erika Jane weighed 128 to 130 pounds. That is small. And Erika looked a mess. Erika looked a mess, okay? Now they was at the boat. They got on the boat. The people said, we got some food back here, baby. Kathy was trying to get some food on the boat, and she had Tilly grabbing everything for her. And so the people in the confessional was like, you know, does Kathy think that you the help? And she said, baby, I'm not sure Kathy know who she is. Okay? And Kyle said that, you know, Kathy doesn't care who you are. If you're in earshot of her, you know what I'm saying, she's gonna ask you to do something. And that's not cute, baby. That's not cute. I would have gave if Kathy had asked me for a plate, I would have gave her a plate. You know what I'm saying? And if she would have asked me for something, I would say, now Kathy, you want me to eat the motherfucking plate too? Shit. Hell no, girl. Look, girl, let me move out the way so you can come and make your plate. You know what I'm saying? Girl, y'all let Kathy get away with the stuff though. Y'all let Kathy get away with it. Okay? Now, Kyle and Dorit, Kyle is laying at the front of the boat, and Dorit come out there, and we get a little update, non-update from Kim. Okay? They asked about Kim. Kim said that, you know, Kyle said that she thinks that she's good. They not that close. She don't see her a lot. And they all three of them haven't been together in a minute. Okay? So while they're outside at the front of the boat, Sutton, the girl who said that she wasn't apologizing no more, Sutton goes to the group and tells them the apology that I gave last night, I meant it. I wanted the women to know that I really meant it. I wasn't putting on any airs. And she is really trying to sell the apology before the ladies. But it's so crazy that she's over here trying to sell the apologies, the apology that she did last night to everybody on the boat except for Dorit. And you so adamant that you're not going to apologize to Dorit again. And so Erika says, you know, I noticed that you're very critical and not compassionate to the women who are going through the worst times in their life in the group. And she said, you know, you did it to me. Barbara wrote the beautiful bean footage. She certainly was right. She did it to Kyle. Bravo rolled the beautiful bean footage. She was definitely right. And you're doing it now with Dorit. Bravo rolled the beautiful bean footage, and they was correct. And I also got two more to add on there. When she first came on the show, she was doing the same thing to Teddy. Okay? And when Diana had her miscarriage, she was doing the same thing. And the thing is, y'all may not like Erika Jane, and y'all may love Sutton, but Bravo provided the receipts, baby.
They heavy. The receipts, baby. The receipts is heavy.
The receipts are heavy, baby. That's what she did. Okay? And then Erika said, girl, you pose as a friend, but you oftentimes work as an enemy. She said, girl, you gave me a care package, and then you called me a liar. And so Sutton said, you know, I apologize. And she said, you do, but it doesn't take it away. It doesn't take it away. Thank you for the super chat, Chanelica. She said she wasn't trying to sell the apology. She's simply saying I meant it. And she's back with another apology. If you're here, you're good to go. Thank you for the super chat, Chanelica. I appreciate it. Okay? And she doesn't take it away. Okay? And so, yeah, you apologized to me. And yeah, you did apologize to me, girl, but it doesn't take it away what you did. And she said, you know what, girl, I apologize to her sincerely. I'm not going to apologize a million times. But my thing is, Sutton, and this is what you do. You're the one who brought it up.
You should have kept your fucking mouth shut.
Nobody asked you about the apology or even brought up what happened yesterday, the day before. You're the one who brought up the apology again. And now the girls are saying that they don't buy it because you're bringing it up again. And now you having a bitch fit. You're the one who brought it up. If you didn't want to apologize again and everything was everything, you didn't have to bring it up. She said, y'all not gonna make me seem like I'm a terrible person when I'm not. You're a despicable bitch. I said it. Sutton is a despicable bitch. Okay? She said, you know, Erika, she said, I knew that the shoe with Erika was gonna drop. In Delmar, she pretended to be my friend, and the truth was that she was lying, and she told the whole world, and they rolled the beautiful bean footage of Erika at the reunion, tell her, no, I was just playing your ass. And this is the girls fight in different ways, right? There is a difference in the way that Erika James moves like the Black Housewives. This is how they move. And the thing is this. Sutton making it seem like, oh, you lied to me in front of the world. She's like, no, I just planned your ass. She owned it, right? Erika knew, okay, back up. The girls fight in different ways, right? Sutton is a girl who, when I first moved to LA, it was like a culture shock to me, right? Because it was the first time where I felt that people would try to attack you by going after your reputation, right? In LA, your reputation is everything, right? And I'm assuming that this is their world where your reputation is everything. So instead of Sutton just owning it and be like, yeah, girl, I did it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They were sucking at me at their worst time. Them hoes should have got up off me and I wouldn't have to attack them at their worst time. She is up here crying, no, I'm not. I didn't do that. And you did it. So just own it. Erika knows how to attack you because you're not going to own it. And be like, well, girl, they was messing at me with their lowest time. What was I supposed to do? Let them jump on me? But the Black Housewives, Nene would have just owned it. Yeah, I said it, or what? She wouldn't have let Erika have that power over her or have anything over her. You get what I'm saying? So Nene or the Black Housewives would be like, yeah, I said it. So what? And what? You know, reputation means everything out here. See? Right. And so you're saying that Erika Jane pretended to be your friend. No, girl, I told you I was just playing your ass. So you don't win no points in that, okay? So then Sutton tries to play semantics because she really don't want this. Sutton tried to play this because she really don't want this jacket on her back. So she said, you said that I'm bad at women. And she said, girl, obviously I'm talking about women in a group. And then Kyle says, girl, obviously she's talking about the women in the group. And so Garcelle goes in a confessional and says, you know, Kyle could have stepped in and have Sutton's back. But this is the thing when I say about having Sutton's back and jumping into something. Kyle is not doing anything against Sutton. She's just trying to get Sutton to understand, girl, we talking about the girls in the group. For you to be making it seem like she trying to make you talk about every woman in the world is crazy. And it's the reach. But Sutton just refuses to have this jacket on her back. So she's doing anything that she can do to pivot to get this off of her. And so Sutton goes and says, what the fuck do y'all want from me? Like, seriously, what do you want from me? And so she says, I don't see the point in Erika bringing this up. Pick on somebody else. But again, you're the one who brought up the apology. Nobody was talking about what happened the night before. You're the one who brought it up.
You should have kept your fucking mouth shut.
You should have kept your mouth shut. Okay? And so she said, you know, y'all are not going to pick on me. And so Dorit says, why is it okay for you to pick on me? And Sutton says, you picked on me. And Sutton says, I was defending myself. I've been handpicked by you. You're the one who brought up the sisterhood, girl. They're holding you to a different standard than everybody else because you was the one who was talking about the sisterhood. You was the one who wanted to put the bracelet on everybody's arm and talk about the sisterhood. So every time you say something, they telling you sisterhood, every confessional, Bowles, sisterhood, Kyle, sisterhood, Sutton, sisterhood, Dorit, sisterhood, Garcelle, sisterhood. Jennifer Tilly even had to say it, you know what I'm saying? Even in the thing and held you to the thing in the after show, girl, you are volatile. I know her. She is volatile. You are. Sutton, you're not perfect. And so, and another thing too, Sutton has started all season with Dorit. Her and Dorit didn't have a problem this season. She wasn't worried about the drinking comment. She yelled at Dorit. They was trying to play mind games with Dorit and make Dorit believe that she said that her and Teddy was not friends, even though Bravo wrote the beautiful bean footage 3 or 4 times. And Dorit was trying to explain herself. And she yelled at Dorit and said, that is not what this is about. And then Dorit yelled at her back. She didn't like it, turned into a Karen. Then she got upset at her at the party and said, you know, you upset at your life, not with me, or something like that, or whatever. Okay. Then you have been starting with her and you have not tried to work it out, and you have kept trying to go lower and lower and lower. That is the truth. Okay. Sutton says, look, I can only take so much. I apologize to you. And I meant every single thing that I said about it. I apologize. And Dorit says, you know, you apologize for Caviar Caspia. And she said, well, girl, that's all I want to apologize for. And Dorit says, girl, do you want to move forward? And she said, no, I'm good right now. And Dorit says in a confessional, you know, for the first time, her words is matching her actions.
Like what?
Boom.
Like,
And that's the reason why.
Boom. She wasn't sorry about it. Sutton was not sorry about it. She cared about her reputation, and she wanted her reputation to be sterling. Just like Kathy Hilton say, my reputation is sterling. She wanted her reputation to be sterling. So she was trying to go and run to the girls and let them know, I'm really sorry about what I said to her. I really meant my apology. But you didn't, you should have said that to Dorit, but you didn't go say it to Dorit. You didn't want to go and tell Dorit again because Dorit didn't have the wallet. You didn't think Dorit's wallet fit for you to go and apologize to her again, or really sincerely go and apologize to her again. Okay, Miss, I'm not going to apologize. I don't regret it. I'll never regret it. All of the other stuff you were saying, girl, no. Yes. You be talking big and bad and you don't. You not. Okay? She says again, you know, I apologize. I made my apology, but I want to be on ice with you, Dorit. You know what I'm saying? This is not going to be Sutton on trial at sea. You were the one who brought it up again. Nobody's trying to put you on trial. And this is the thing, you always try to play victim. You brought this up. Nobody was worried about the apology. You brought it up, and the girls in the group are not buying it, and now you upset. Okay? So Sutton get up, and she walk away, and I looked at Garcelle and said,
2 years ago, talk about what's happening.
Don't you move.
don't you move. You better not move. Garcelle said, you know what I'm saying, I usually have her back, but she didn't stick up for me, and so she can handle this by herself. Okay? Then Sutton walked away. Y'all know I wear contacts. I didn't have my contacts in. And so when she walked away, Sutton walked away, and Sutton started cussing. And to me, it looked like Sutton said, and I initially thought that Sutton said this, it looked like she said, I hate these fucking bitches and that fucking nigger. And I was like, oh my God, did she really say that? And they, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, Andy been telling us that she's not going to have a good rest of the season. You know what I'm saying? I was like, did she just say that on TV? It looked like she said, I hate these fucking bitches and that fucking nigger, but she didn't. She said, I hate these fucking bitches. They are fucking cunts. But this is the thing. When Dorit said cunt, you got in the confessional and you tried to reprimand her for saying cunt. But you can go and say cunt. You can go and say cunt. Girl. You can go and say cunt, but when Dorit says she's being a bitch and she's being a cunt, and she is, girl, it's always rules for everybody else, but it's not rules for Sutton. I know, Nina. I know she didn't say the N-word. But the way that they had it, it looked like it had like N-G blank 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 S. That's why I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. And that was the end of the episode. You know, I love the episode. I thought the episode was good. The line keeps moving. Oh, how the line moving? Oh, the line keeps moving. Yeah, Sutton can do what she want to do. Please, what? No, he was just blind. No, cunt is the white woman kryptonite. I think Sutton got kicked out of the Ladies Who Lunch Club, so she needs to be an it girl with this group. And Kyle will never allow it. Well, RHOBH and CD, she will never be an it girl. Maybe you're born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. She wasn't born with it. She'll never be an it girl. She'll never be an it girl. It could be girls that you can be it, and like for instance, you can be it, and suddenly you just born with it, and she's just not. She's just not it. When Sutton said, "How about I speak in a British accent?" was hilarious. Yeah, it was, she did good. Sutton is too much of a pick me to be an it girl, right? Reba didn't want any blacks in her pool. Now, EHC Bunny, where did you get that from? Is there any it girl on Beverly Hills though besides Jennifer Tilly? Dorit is an it girl. Erika is an it girl. Garcelle was an it girl. Garcelle is an it girl. Garcelle was an it girl in the 90s. She wasn't the girl, but she was, she was a pretty girl. She was it. She didn't have the career, but she was still an it girl, and that's it. Sutton was definitely see. This is the thing. D loves money. The see, Erika was it. She just wasn't it. Right? She needed to get some surgery and stuff or whatever. You know what I'm saying? She always knew that she had it. The outside just didn't show. It's rules for the rich and not so rich. Sutton doesn't have it to be the it girl because she got the bag. She don't have to be it to be an it girl because she got the bag. No, baby, y'all got it confused. Just because you got the bag don't make you it. That's why y'all think Shamia is, and you terribly mistaken. That's why Shamia can have all the money in the world and she could drop a song and it won't be on the iTunes charts. Thank you for the super chat, Chanelica Betancourt. She said Garcelle did have a line in Coming to America. No, baby, she was in line with 3 other girls dropping rose petals. She did not have any speaking lines in Coming to America. She didn't even have a name in Coming to America, baby. It was Flower Girl 1 or Flower Girl something like that. She did not have a name in Coming. I mean, a name nor a line in Coming to America. Shamil looks good, though. I saw a video of not this topic again. That's what they did. I have the script. Well, you probably got a fake one. Portia is an it girl, but Shamia is not, and I love Shamia, but she's not an it girl. Nene is an it girl. Nene is an it girl. Portia is an it girl. Shamia is not an it girl. Shamia's new song is nice. She is very talented. She does have a very nice voice. She does have a very nice voice, and I will give her that. She do got a very nice voice. Would you like to put your weight on it? Not even a featured extra, just a regular extra. Shamia is an it girl. That's why Portia is so pressed. Tamara B, no. Portia pressed by Shamia? No. What happened is she tried to switch the game up. Don't switch the game up, mama. What did the white queen? What's the white queen name from RuPaul's Drag Race? That's from Texas. You always my second best, baby. Don't try to switch the game up now that we on RuPaul, mama. He told her that. Girl, don't try to switch the game up now that you finally got you a peach. And talking about now, I want you to support me. Girl, she ain't never supported you. Didn't Angela call Shamia Flavor Flav? Baby, the girls online saying that's colorism now. Her calling her Flavor Flav is colorism because they ain't got nothing. They say that they ain't got nothing in common. They say they ain't got nothing in common, but they just dark skinned. It's nice, but only on Watch What Happens Live night. Alyssa Edwards, right. I would Kim. Do you think that Kim Z will be it over Shamia? Alyssa Edwards. Yeah, that was Alyssa Edwards. Don't switch the game up now, mama. She got the eye, but she's definitely missing the T. Proceed with caution. Portia rushed everything with Simon trying to get what Shamia has. That's what we see. I think that she used Simon for all he had and then left him. I think that she used Simon for all he had And then she left him. What's the context? She may have been saying she was a sidekick like Flavor Flav. Maybe. Maybe. But y'all, do y'all think that Garcelle was wrong for not jumping in toward the end? What do y'all think that Garcelle is intimidated? I think Garcelle is intimidated by Sutton. And do y'all think that Sutton meant her apology? That's what I want to know. Do y'all think that Sutton meant her apology? I don't think that she meant her apology. And if you was Dorit, would you have accepted the apology? Kim been an it girl. I thought that was a known fact. Kim who? Kardashian? And she used him to try to get what Shamil has. Garcelle and Sutton are fake friends. They fake friends for the camera. I think the feelings are just, you think Garcelle feelings are justified? Okay. Even Sutton mom Reba knows her daughter isn't it. Facts. Oh, Lexi Maxwell. Right. Can Simon still get it up? Sutton didn't mean it. No, she didn't mean it. Garcelle ain't a real friend. No. Did any of you know Garcelle's names before this show? I didn't. I knew that her name was Garcelle, but I didn't know. Did I know it was Garcelle? I knew her as Fancy. I knew her as Fancy. I don't think I knew her name before the show. I think I used to call her Jamie. I think I used to call her Fancy from the Jamie Foxx show. And that's just being true. I knew her as Fancy from the Jamie Foxx show. She was, and I knew her as Delilah in R. Kelly's download video. That was her best role, if you ask me. Because if we being real, y'all can say what y'all want to say. R. Kelly is the king or R&B. And when R. Kelly dropped Download the video with Mr. Big, baby, that was a movie. And we got to give Garcelle her credit for that. We got to give Garcelle her credit for that. When she played, go. Some of y'all might be too young and y'all got to go watch the video. I was like 6 or 7 when Download came out. Baby, that was a movie. That was a movie. You want me, but yes. Garcelle was in Luther Vandross's video. Yeah, she was in Luther Vandross's video. She was in Luther Vandross's video, but her best work was over there playing Delilah in R. Kelly Download video. You want me, but yes, she ate that up. She ate that up. I know her name because I always wanted to know how to pronounce it. I knew her as Luther's Beard. Oh, I knew who Garcelle was before Jamie Foxx because I was grown in the night. Okay, DGF627. Okay. It was cinematic as fuck. Right. Why it seemed like everyone forgot how Sutton said PK got a DUI and had a chick in the car. Kyle never wanted Garcelle on the show. Who said that, EHC Bunny? R. Kelly is the king and Aaliyah was the princess. Wait a minute. Top Chef. Aaliyah was the princess of what? R. Kelly is the king. What was Aaliyah the princess of? What was Aaliyah the princess? What was Aaliyah the princess of? Y'all lucky we ain't on Patreon. Good boy, the girls are so cliquey and they try to ice out Tilly. They try to ice out Tilly and Tilly should just cut them all off. They so lame. I don't believe, I seen that story in the thing. I don't believe that the girls are trying to ice out Tilly. I think that Jennifer Tilly hasn't even really done nothing to nobody on the show. So I don't see a reason for them to try to ice her out. Garcelle's best role is Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Ooh. Garcelle had a sex scene on Power with Ghost. Yeah, you know she also posed for Playboy too. She posed for Playboy too. Yes, sir. I thought her best work was in a Wild Wild West. Was she in there? Diana Clark Sutton from the jump. She's clumsy with her words and comes from people at their worst. How many apologies does she need to give? Right. R&B boo. Sleeping with grown men. Abortion. His dungeon. The princess of R&B. Child. Aaliyah. Tiny and Mariah was 20 in the 90s too. Tiny you. Garcelle best role is real. Everyone wanted to be Aaliyah when she first came out. Good boy, you was too young. Tamara B, don't you, girl, don't you throw me away like that. I wasn't too young. I don't remember everybody wanting to be Aaliyah. I remember everybody wearing like, I remember not everybody, the hood girls wanting to wear, the little fast girls, the girls who end up, you know what I'm saying? Some of the girls who end up um mothers before they was able to drink legally, they used to walk around with shades on. They used to have their hair with a swoop over one of their eyes and stuff. I remember that because I had older cousins and stuff like that on my daddy's side or whatever. But those girls usually ended up, you know what I'm saying, having babies and stuff before they was able legally to go and drink and stuff like that, or before they was able to get into any club. But that's why it's important to watch who you let your kids listen to. That's why it's important to watch who you let your kids listen to. Mhm. Mhm. Who remember the group from England called Five Star? Give me a song. King's Mama. GGF627. That girl wish she looked like Mariah back in the day. I like Monica. You got a soccer boy? What? 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 I'm telling the truth. I'm telling the truth. Y'all thought maybe one or two girls wanted to be like her. Well, the girls that usually, mothers before high school was over. Baby, did they go to? Okay, it probably was over because they dropped out. I wanted my haircut so bad, like Monica, you did. I never meant to cause you no pain. The girls who was dating drug dealers and barbers at 16. Wasn't you six listening to Down Local Boy? I was watching BET, baby. I was watching BET, beloved. We knew the videos like the back of our goddamn hands back in the day. I was listening to Lil Kim at 6 years old, child. Me too. Me too. Wasn't Beyonce a hoe? Baby, I don't know nothing about Beyonce being a hoe. I know that Beyonce was over there married with her husband and been married to her husband and been with her husband. So I know Beyonce ain't never got nothing annulled. I know that Beyonce ain't never got nothing annulled. But let me be quiet because y'all say people victims, y'all. I'll fall down, can't wait, let me be the one. Good boy Mill got a podcast doing what? Who remembers Cleopatra coming at you? You got to give me a song. Maybe your cousin Mariah. She was no. Tiny was nothing of Mariah Carey ever. All the young girls want to be Aaliyah from her hair to Tommy Hilfiger. DGF627, no, they didn't. She was like I'm not gonna say that she didn't have no impact though. She did have impact. I will say that though. The 90s was, yes, All Fall Down was a great video. I had no business listening to Monica. Monifa. I wanted to look like Aaliyah so bad in middle school, as some dope people tell me I look like her now. Aaliyah in middle school? Let me see. Yeah, when I was in elementary, the people wanted to look like Aaliyah. They did. I had R. Kelly and Aaliyah posters all over my room, but went to college. Y'all was touching yourself 695. Wow. Well, I did listen to that song. That was my song, baby. I wrote the lyrics to that song when I was in 3rd grade and 8th grade. Bose is not self-made. Her husband died and left her money. No, he did not, baby. He did not. I read a book. Yeah, she just faked the pregnancy. But at least she had it and she raised her kids. And her husband had never been with her mama. Didn't he say she was loose? Oh, that's why I gotta stop talking to y'all. My baby was blasting Tupac and the Ghetto Boys in the car when I was 5. My daddy was blasting Tupac and the Ghetto Boys when I was 5. Me too. But not my daddy though. My daddy was in jail. But my mama was blasting Tupac. We was raised by Tupac. My mama had every Tupac album. I think Jay-Z and her high school boyfriend are the only men B dated. EXC Bunny. Girl, they've been going through a lot this week. But girl, that ain't the only man she dated, baby. That ain't the only man she dated, baby. But y'all, I gotta go. What is Garcelle was on Watch What Happens Live with the girl over there from White Lotus, and Garcelle's best friend was at the bar. Her best friend that was at the bar, he had he got a book that's coming out. It was an alright episode. But y'all, that's all I got for today for Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, y'all. Thank y'all so much for being here. I appreciate the love and support, and I will see y'all later on. Adios.